tell these folks your name. Emotional. I don't think they heard you, man. Emotional. Who's the best rapper around? Emotional. Who's the new killer in town?
What's going on, YouTube? I'm Emotional, aka your Sultan of Sexy. You know where the best be. It's me, can't you see? I'm fresh and so clean. What's going on, y'all? We back at it for another Samson video. I've been meaning to get to this one for a minute. This is Samson FTC official video. So we are about to dive straight into it. Like, comment, subscribe. Now, baby, let's vibe. Hit the button. I missed.
Calvin, can we watch it?
Man, you think I come in with, man, I wish that I was just, okay. Man, I wish that I was as smart as celebrities. Imagine having all that brain power, the things they can do in 1 minute. And if I were to do it, it'd take hours. They're on a whole nother level when it comes to being a bold intellectual, so intelligible. I have trouble keeping up with them. They deserve gold medals. They have such big heads. And I don't mean egotistical. I mean that the brains are so big, it's probably hard for it to even fit in their skull. And that's why they're always high-strung and freaking out at the paparazzi. It ain't cause they're mean, it's just cause their brain's so goddamn big that it's always throbbing from constantly solving our country's problems. What would we do without them? I don't know. We'd be stuck on a big piece of land that nobody here has a clue how to run. We'd be fucked. And how would you know who to vote for without somebody telling you? You probably have to do your own research. Now that's bullshit you don't want to delve into. You probably have to go and actually look at the policies of each individual candidate to make sure y'all agree and see if you be
Rapping while brushing your teeth is crazy. But he's not wrong. You definitely gotta do your own research and do all the other stuff, especially especially like if you're going off what other people, especially when like you don't have like other people to tell you what to do. And it's kind of like, even like with like celebrities, it's kind of like we base a lot of our thought processes off of other people. And it's like, I understand, you know, like we have to learn from somewhere, but it's like, it's just certain people I personally don't think we need to be learning from. It's some people I'm just like, okay, that's just entertainment. I guess for me, I just take it as entertainment. I don't dive too deep into it anymore. I used to when I was younger, but like as I got older, I'm like, it's just entertainment. I don't think that deep about it. But at the same time, it's some things I do think are very left field when it comes to celebrities. I'm gonna be honest with you, whether you're a big streamer, a rapper, or actor, whatever. I personally think that celebrities shouldn't be held to such a high regard. I just don't. Because they're still people, you know what I'm saying? It's just certain things I just feel like we shouldn't make deeper than what it is.
We'd be stuck on a big piece of land that nobody here has a clue how to run. We'd be fucked. And how would you know who to vote for without somebody telling you? You probably have to do your own research. Now that's bullshit you don't want to delve into. You probably have to go and actually look at the policies of each individual candidate to make sure y'all agree and see if you be cool with everything they would do. Because if they fuck up, who's paying for it? You. Us. Ordinary civilians. Look at the debt. We're buried in trillions. Their children are gonna be set. But yours, they ain't inheriting millions. I don't know, man. Everyone has an opinion.
That's
but
it,
who in
barbecue
their
sauce,
right
please.
minds would trust somebody who acts for a living? The ones who are posting on Twitter, you ain't in my circle if you fake, are the same ones who take life advice from people that are literally two-faced. I got a toothache cause I'm always biting my tongue. If I don't stop, I'll chew through the bitch. Yes, everybody has an opinion, but yours happens to be stupid as shit.
What is that in the background? There's something in the background. What is that? Sound like a something in the background.
If I don't stop, I'll chew through the bitch. Yes, everybody has an opinion, but yours happens to be stupid as shit. The ones who live the most privileged life are the very last ones that should give advice. It's easy to tell little folks what to do when you're up top looking at the city lights. You and I are total polar.
I hate when that happens, when you spill mustard on your or like a sauce on your pants. I hate that. But I can agree with that. Like, it's just certain things I'm like, okay, like I feel like folks should be able to express how they view things, but it's just like when you don't, what's the word? I think we should be willing to admit like, yo, like even though I don't fully understand something, but just kind of going off what I do understand. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you need to add, I feel like as public figures, folks need to more so like make sure that you at least like before you speak on something, at least understand it a little bit more, but also like explain to the people that you don't fully understand, but you're going off of what you do understand, if that makes sense. Because again, I feel like folks that are public, especially like on a bigger scale, like I feel like they should be allowed to speak their mind, but at the same time, it's like it's certain subjects. I'm like, yo, like, just talk about what you understand versus like talking about stuff like you understand it and you don't fully understand it. That's one thing that I try to do is like I try not to speak too much about stuff that I don't fully understand. You know what I'm saying? But it's like if it's certain things that I do understand that apply to the situation, then I'm like, okay. But it's like it's just some stuff I'm like I just don't fully understand. I'm just not gonna lie. I just don't fully understand certain things. But anyway, I feel like we shouldn't base everything that we do off of celebrities. I feel like that just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense.
Very last ones that should give advice. It's easy to tell little folks what to do when you're up top looking at the city lights. You and I are total polar opposites. I'm a nobody, no one knows I exist. You're a multi-million-dollar mogul making loads of money. If you want it, you buy it. I gotta second guess myself if I wanna go splurge and buy Chick-fil-A. The amount I could save if I went to Wendy's is a big deal to me. It's like night and day. Why the hell would I listen to you? I'm broke as fuck and you're filthy rich. Nothing affects you the way it affects me, so I don't wanna hear your silly shit. Fuck you. I don't buy into your fake smile whenever you talk to the camera. Listen to you, I'd rather have Governor watch my grandma. You live in the bubble, it's been a minute since you've been through this.
I wonder who he was talking about. But anyway, bring it back a little bit.
Your fake smile whenever you talk to the camera. Listen to you, I'd rather have Governor watch my grandma. You live in the bubble, it's been a minute since you've been through the struggle. You lost your touch, you must be off that stuff. If you think you and I have things in common, fuck your pretentious self. Nobody asked you for your hand or to lend your help. If you want everything to be so equal, then hey, how about you spread the wealth? You gotta lie, you don't need all that. Folks on the block, they could eat off that. Instead of endorsing people you don't know shit about, how about you fork it up and give a little back? I ain't talking about giving out turkeys, nah, I'm talking about big amounts, earnings. Walk the streets and start handing out wads of relief instead of just interviewing. Bitch. Look at all these activists, y'all must be college graduates. I wonder what kind of law you practice, or do you just study politics? I'm asking cause you know so much. No you don't, I speak on behalf of a vast majority. We don't wanna hear you lecture us about shit. Don't act like you have authority. Please don't. Just act accordingly. Yes. Stick to acting and rapping horribly. Yes. You're so detached from normalcy, nothing you say is that important to me. I ain't talking about all of them though. This is just a select few. There's also a lot that work in silence, and just so you know, I respect you. The stage you accept your Oscar on, and a platform for you to talk so long. Take your trophy and shove it up your ass, say thank you, and keep on walking along. The moment that I become famous and rich and I'm living the life of Riley, when it comes to politics, I'll shut the fuck up. Because I know that most situations won't apply to me.
Man,
I hate when that happens.
What the fuck? We got him.
Fuck you.
Yeah, he's a thinker. Yeah, well.
He's a thinker. That's crazy. We go to arrest bro. We go kidnap bro because he's a thinker. That's crazy. He's actually woke now. He's actually putting thoughts together and things together that he's not supposed to. We have to get him. We have to get him up out of here.
He's out here thinking.
The heck does he think?
You want us to kill him or pay him?
Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Ow. That's crazy. That is so great. FTC on all platforms. I just noticed that. That's crazy. Okay, that's the end of that vid. Now I want to go back to something he said. I hope I can find it. Please tell me I can find it. It was something about turkeys.
And fuck your pretentious self. Nobody asked you for your hand or to lend your help. If you want everything to be so equal, then hey, how about you spread the wealth? You gotta lie, you don't need all that. Folks on the block, they could eat off that. Instead of endorsing people you don't know shit about, how about you fork it up and give a little back? I ain't talking about giving out turkeys, nah, I'm talking about big amounts, earnings. Walk the streets and
that. I remember there was a point where this artist D1 was going like, I guess like going back and forth with Rick Ross, Jim Jones, and Meek Mill or something like that. Like basically like calling them out on certain things. And it was like I think Rick Ross brought up how he gives out turkeys and bikes and stuff like that. And it was funny was I'm like, it didn't really have anything to do with what he was talking about. He was strictly just talking about the music and stuff like that, like how basically like you live in you talking about a lifestyle you don't live no more, or you don't live at all. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's one of them things where, yeah, I could get what he's saying with this one. It's like, especially like when rappers are talking about like, oh, I think D1 also mentioned that Meek Mill had a song where he said something about like catching them at the red light or something like that. But it's like, but you living in this firehouse, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, when does, what's the word I'm looking for? When does it stop being about the bread and I guess about who you really are at that point? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, there's no way a big artist is really catching folks at the red light, especially when you got so much to lose. You get what I mean? Or like you talking about like killing folks and stuff like that. I can understand maybe if you had to like do something out of self-defense, but like to like talk about offing people like you still in the hood, nah, you're not in the hood no more, dog. You've been out the hood for about 10 years at this point. You know what I'm saying? But I think for me, like I said, when it comes to like celebrities and their opinions and stuff like that, I listen to what you're talking about, but at the same time, I don't base what I think off of that. And it's like, even like when one of the biggest things for me is like, I can't stand when people, what's the word I'm looking for? When we 100% blame other, like the celebrities for why we did something. And it's like, you had a choice of if you were going to take in the information that they were putting out or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't sit there and blame them for what you chose to do. You know what I'm saying? If you chose to listen to that song over and over and over again, and then it's like that drove you to doing something like that, but like, it's like at the end of the day, you have to execute the action. But it's like, when it comes to like this, just again, like I said, with celebrities and their opinions, I feel like you can learn from anybody. But it's certain things, it's kind of like you got to learn how to filter certain things out. You get what I mean? It's like when you think for yourself and then like you learn, but you learning from other people, I think that does help us grow as people. Because like I said, I've learned a lot from like Samson and his music, especially like when it came to like the political stuff and stuff like that. Because there were certain things I didn't know, I'm not going to lie. But then like you exposing me to this stuff, and it's like, so one of y'all put in the comment section, it's like, you can't act like you ain't know now. But I think that it's really dope though when it comes to like the fact that he's willing to speak out on certain things and just to say certain things that most people ain't gonna say. You know what I'm saying? So I respect the confidence and also the gall. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm thinking about her though. PC's a baby. Lay out.